Starfall Station never slept. It hummed, glowed, and shimmered across the vacuum, built at the crossroads where dozens of species crossed paths. Merchant ships docked, explorers refueled, and diplomats traded star charts like playing cards. But on this day, something rare and unusually adorable occupied one of the habitat rings: a birthday party. Not just any party, this was the first orbit birthday of 3 Velorian cubs: Pip, Zeke, and Luma. Velorians were small, fur-coated aliens who looked like a cross between foxes, kittens, and fluffy plush toys. Their eyes glowed when they laughed, their tails bounced when excited, and their curiosity levels were scientifically dangerous. And today they were vibrating. Because humans, those strange, reckless, brilliant creatures, were bringing something legendary: chocolate cake. The invitation among the station's visitors was Captain Mira Solis, commanding officer of the Terran courier ship Stargazer. She had delivered more than cargo to alien worlds, she delivered human joy. When she received the invitation to the cub's birthday, handwritten in shaky alien script, she grinned. Pip's note read, "Humans no cake, come teach us cake." Mira laughed so hard she dropped her tool wrench. Humans did no cake. Velorians, however, had never tasted it. This would be history. Preparing the impossible dessert inside the Stargazer galley, Mira and her crew rushed like engineers fixing a reactor meltdown. Chocolate ingredients were rare on the station. Cocoa pods had to be shipped frozen from Earth's equatorial farms. Eggs came from vat-grown protein spheres. Butter? Synthesized from algae. Even sugar had to be rationed. But Mira had one box left marked Earth Homemade Mix, a miracle in cardboard. Engineers, pilots, and even the ship's medic hovered around the glowing oven like cultists watching a ritual. The cake rose, dark and sacred, filling the ship with a scent so rich even the ventilation purifiers paused in admiration. "Smells like victory," said Kai, the mechanic. "Smells like home," whispered Mira. Meanwhile, the cubs prepare across the habitat ring. Pip, Zeke, and Luma transformed their den into a party zone. Streamers made from space fabric spiraled every surface. Bioluminescent lanterns drifted overhead. And on the center table sat nothing. Because the stars of the show, the mysterious human dessert, had not arrived. Their parents tried calming them. "Patience," their mother sang. "It is customary to wait," their father added. But Cub Logic disagreed. "Cake now! Where's cake?" "Humans are slow," their tails poofed out in dramatic despair. Arrival of the humans, at last the airlock hissed open. Mira and her crew marched in triumphantly, carrying a stasis box like royal treasure. The cubs gasped, even the adults held their breath. Mira cracked the lid, the aroma spilled across the den like a warm hug. Pip fainted. Zeke froze, eyes huge. Luma whispered reverently, "Chocolate, the first taste." Slices were served. Plates were shaped like miniature moons. The cubs sniffed. First Velorians were cautious by instinct. Then they bit. Silence. Their fur puffed outward so fast it made a sound full UOMP. Glowing eyes flared like star lamps. And then, "It's so good! How are humans real? This is witchcraft!" Zeke tackled Kai in grateful affection. Pip ran in circles shouting, "Cake is life!" Luma proclaimed Mira their eternal leader. Velorian adults remained dignified for approximately one bite. Then they dove in like starved wolves. The HFY twist when the final crumbs vanished. The cubs huddled around Mira with expressions too serious for creatures so fuzzy. "You must teach us cake," Pip ordered. "Teach the galaxy," Zeke added. "Spread joy," Luma declared, tail flicking like a battle standard. Mira blinked. "Teach cake?" Velorians nodded so hard their ears wobbled. And Mira realized something. Humans were known across space for many things. Clever engineering, stubborn survival, ridiculous bravery. But cake? Cake was something else entirely. Cake was hope you could eat. "All right," Mira said, planting the box of recipe cards on the table. "Class is in session." A lesson in sweet engineering soon. The den looked like a flower bomb had detonated. Cubs stirred batter with wild energy. Adults supervised with nervous dread. Human crew offered pointers. "Mix slowly." Donna licked the whisk. "Okay, maybe one lick." But Velorians worked at only 2 speeds. Chaos and maximum chaos. The batter sloshed, frosting smeared. Someone decorated the ceiling. Pip painted her tail chocolate brown and announced, I am honorary cake. Kai whispered, this is why humans invented aprons. Mira wasn't sure if the cake would succeed or explode. But she saw something better. Species learning together. Cultures mixing. Joy bridging worlds. The results, when the oven finally chimed. The cubs built a barricade to prevent the adults from stealing bites early. The cake emerged lopsided, cratered, slightly burnt on one side, a masterpiece. Velorians lined up tiny plates in paw. The first forkful reached their lips. And happiness detonated again. We baked magic! We are cake gods now! Humans, bow before us! They demanded Mira's official cake declaration. Clearing her throat dramatically, she announced, by the power vested in flour, sugar, and bravery, I declare the Velorian Cubs certified cake cadets of humanity. Applause shook the den. Gifts, games, and galactic unity after cake. The party continued. Zero-G balloon chase tail paint art on holographic walls. A dance-off to human pop music. Velorians were surprisingly flexible, and for gifts, humans presented mini oven kits with sustainable ingredient capsules. The cubs shrieked in delight loud enough to wake station security. A Velorian elder pulled Mira aside. We thank you, she said softly. Not for cake alone, but for what it means, Mira nodded. She knew. HFY moment. Humanity at its best. Humans often imagined their greatest achievements were FTL, propulsion, terraforming, diplomatic treaties, but sometimes the greatest contribution to the galaxy was something simple, sweet, and shared. Chocolate cake. Because humans didn't just survive across the stars, they brought culture, comfort, and celebration wherever they went. The final surprise as the party wound down, Luma tugged Mira's sleeve. We made you something. The cubs presented a small, glowing crystal cube. Inside floated holographic images. Humans laughing, Velorians baking, and a cake crowned with sparkles. A message flickered across its surface. Humans make the universe sweeter. Mira wiped away a tear she definitely did not have. Leaving the party back aboard the Stargazer, her crew sat together in content silence. Kai asked, you think they'll keep baking? Oh yes, Mira smirked. And in 3 cycles, they'll probably be better than us. And what then? The medic asked. Mira laughed. Then humanity will do what it always does, invent a new dessert. The end. HFY. Small fluffy aliens learned the glory of chocolate cake, and humanity once again proved, we don't just conquer stars, we make friends, memories, and desserts worth crossing galaxies for.